What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Loading Podcast. My name is AJ.
And my name is Arthur. Welcome to episode number 39 on September 11th, 2020. Oh my god, I just realized the date that we're recording this.
Yep.
Oh.
This is a thing that's happening.
Yeah.
The weather is rainy outside. Seems pretty fitting, to be honest with you. Really gloomy day outside. But I'm not feeling gloomy at all. I'm feeling pretty good. How you feeling, Arthur?
Oh, I'm feeling good personally, but I'm just kind of admiring the irony that's happening right now. But we're not focusing on that today. We're focusing.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure we did an episode of the Loading Podcast exactly a year ago today as well.
I believe so.
Yeah.
But anyway,
very, very fitting.
But we have.
How are you doing? Are you good? You just get past my question.
No. I was gonna get to it.
Okay.
But
all right.
Me personally, I'm doing pretty good. This week has been fairly standard for the most part. Just been playing some more games on stream that I don't know if you guys have been checking out. We have been progressing very far in Dark Souls to the point where I would say that we're like 2/3 done. Maybe not even, maybe more like 75% done with the game, aside from the DLC, mind you. It's been a blast. I've been having a lot of fun playing the game. Yeah, it's been really good. Aside from that, usual stuff. Just been working whenever I can, enjoying life, watching some stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much how my week has been. How's your week been, dude?
My week has been doing pretty good. I just been trying to stay productive, you know what I mean? That's about it, really. That's about it. Just been focusing on making this content.
No, fair enough. I see you've been uploading them videos. You've been pumping them out recently, yo.
No, let me do the plug real quick. You know I gotta get my plug off, guys.
Yeah.
If you're listening to the podcast, make sure you're aware that you can also check us out on any other platform that includes Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, and pretty much anywhere else. And if you enjoy the show, make sure you go ahead and give us a 5-star rating on iTunes because it helps us go up in the algorithm, and we appreciate that. Yeah, and later today, I'm doing good as well. But and I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. But later on in this episode, we're gonna actually get into our first Q&A segment. We got some questions. Go ahead and make sure if you guys are interested in leaving us any sort of Q&A questions or just messages, make sure you can do that on our site, which is at anchor.fm/theloadingpodcast. But yeah.
Yeah,
let's get back into it.
Yeah, we have a very stacked episode for you guys today. Like we mentioned, we have some questions that people have submitted to us that we're going to be answering later on. We got some quick news stories to catch up on, stuff that intrigued us a little bit. We got Fall Anime 2020 that we're going to get into later on in the podcast. Some good stuff is going to be premiering this fall that I'm personally excited for. And we have our usual news that we're going to talk about. So without further ado, I think it's time that we get into quick news stories because, AJ, do you want to say what happened to our usual...
It's a slow news week. We're not going to do our weekly segment this week.
Yeah, unfortunately.
No loading complete, no stuck on loading. We ain't got it today.
Yeah, we didn't. It hasn't really been too eventful in terms of like really good and bad stuff. More like it's been more informational news stories that we have for you today, so...
No, it just be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it just happens like that, you know. Maybe next week will be different, but for now, we gotta put it on hold. So anyway, let's get into some quick news stories that both me and AJ have personally found. You want to introduce this a little bit, or you want me to?
Yeah. Let's get into some quick news stories. All right. So the first thing we got going on here, Nintendo had a little small direct for Zelda going on, and they announced a Zelda Breath of the Wild prequel, which is a Hyrule Warriors game. So I think that's pretty cool. Actually, first of all, it's a Hyrule Warriors sequel, but it's set in like the Breath of the Wild era. I think it's so cool, and I really gotta say, the game looks great. I love the art style.
Oh yes.
And I think just the concept conceptually just sounds very solid. A Breath of the Wild prequel. Come on. Like, what do you think, Arthur?
Listen, I can say this, that people who have played Breath of the Wild and have enjoyed it a lot definitely appreciate more backstory in this little Zelda timeline universe thing that they have going on. Like you said, the art style, it's so good. Like it's keeping that Breath of the Wild like cell shaded mixed with like realistic environment that it's been known for. Really good. The Hyrule Warriors gameplay, it's always been good. It's never been bad. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it's more Breath of the Wild content, which I can't complain about because Breath of the Wild's great.
Yeah, I thought that was dope. They let you play with the characters that died.
Mm-hmm.
and I just think that's real cool.
I think personally my favorite's probably gonna be the I forgot the tribe's name in the game. It's the flying
the water people.
No.
The flying bird one.
Yeah.
Because I'm literally I want to see Mifa, bro. I want to see Mifa. I want to see Paya. Oh, I don't even know if Paya's gonna be in this.
That's the Goron, right? No, not the Goron. No.
Paya.
No. The
from the town the first town you go to, I believe.
The
Paya, the girl.
No, I know. I'm trying to think of their names though. Because they have like their own sort of
It's not coming to me right now.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter anyway. I know who you were talking about.
I want to see Paya. I want to see Mifa. I want to see the flying guys too would be dope. I just think it's dope to see everything before everything went to shit. So yeah. I think that's cool. That's cool. The Hyrule Warriors gameplay can go either way for me. Honestly, I am a fan of Dynasty Warriors, but too much of it can be get a little boring here and there. I just want to know if this game is from the trailer it appeared to be very story focused. So if it is story focused, it's gonna be a doozy. It looks like it's gonna be a doozy, to be honest with you.
Yes, sir.
But yeah,
we gotta see what happens.
Moving on.
Yeah,
moving on. We got Fall Anime 2020. Right around the corner, pretty much. A couple weeks from now, we're going to be in fall.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy to say. And we're going to go through some of our favorite anime that we saw coming out later on. Arthur, why don't you go ahead and start with the first one?
All right, so me personally, so Higurashi no Nakukoro ni is getting sort of, I guess, like a reimagining or a remake, I guess you could say. And it's going to be premiering in fall 2020, and I'm personally excited because Higurashi is hands down my favorite horror anime. It's one of my favorite mystery anime, and it's also just in general one of my favorite animes of all time. The storytelling, the mystery behind it, so good. The only thing that, for those of you who have watched it, some of the characters can get a little bit intense. I don't want to spoil anything for those who haven't seen it yet. I highly recommend that you do, if you can watch it wherever you want. The show's great. I'm looking so forward to seeing what they're going to do with this adaptation of Higurashi. So, yeah, that's my first pick. What about you, my guy?
Higurashi, do you know who this is being animated by? Because if this is a reimagining of sorts, I would love to see some better animation.
Let me see. I know that Funimation is handling the licensing work, but apparently the studio is a company, or this studio is called Passion or Passion.
What have they done?
They did High School DxD Hero, apparently.
Okay, that's not.
Yeah, they've done a lot of High School DxD stuff.
It's not the best representation for the best animation. But,
I've seen this anime, right? But you haven't, and it was in the anime night in the server. It was called Roka no Yusha. So I know some of their animation work, not bad, but still, we'll see what they have. And
all right, the animation's up in the air for Higurashi, to be honest with you. But I think that's all right. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and list off one of my ones from my anime list. The one I got is Danmachi Season 3.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, did not know this was coming out this year. Now I feel more inclined to go ahead and hurry up and finish Season 2. I like the show. It just, you know what I mean? I don't be having the time to watch anime like that, but it definitely looks cool.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's also another one that I have. Ever since that you guys, that we watched Danmachi together, I've been a huge fan. Despite you telling me that I've been putting it off, I finally watched Season 1 with all of you guys. I'm a person that has to also catch up with Season 2. I've only watched the first episode, and then I sort of just forgot about it and moved on to what's it called? Tower of God, which is really good. But yeah, now that this is coming out, I want to watch season 2 all the more, just so I can catch up. It's for when this comes out on October 3rd. So yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, that's the only one I had on my list because I don't know any of the other anime that are coming out.
All right. Well, listen. I think I have one that you're also interested in. It's the Demon Slayer movie.
Ooh. Okay. Talk to me.
Yo, you remember how I forgot what it was?
Yo, where you watching that at? At Kiss Anime.
Not the Kiss Anime. Yo, I ain't watching that on GoGo. You funny. I'm watching it on that new site that they introduced us to. That site is low key pretty good.
Come on, bro.
Nah,
Come on, bro. GoGo's alright too if you got the right.
I'm being petty.
If you got the right plugins.
Nah. It was all about Kiss Anime. Fuck. I'm so sad still that they're gone. But anyway, Demon Slayer movie. For those of you who have been caught up with Demon Slayer after the first season, I think around last year, around this time, they teased a movie taking place on a train. It's gonna have more people from the Demon Corps that's coming out. This specifically about this one fire guy that's gonna be in it. I don't remember his name, but this is what the movie is finally coming out essentially, and it's gonna be coming out on October 16th. So I'm definitely gonna keep that date in mind for when it comes out because I've been looking forward to this movie. I haven't seen any Demon Slayer action all year, so anything more is great.
Yo, did they announce anything for My Hero?
No My Hero stuff.
But when is My Hero coming back? To be honest, I want to see more My Hero.
Yeah, I do too. I low-key want to see where the story takes place from there. After Endeavor is the #1 hero now, and
when do you think it's probably gonna come back? Probably spring next year.
Maybe spring next year. I have a feeling it might be spring next year. Usually My Hero is premiering in that time frame. Well, then again, it could be random. You never know. We'll see. The other two things that I have that I'm personally looking forward to, but I may not watch, but they caught my eye. For those of you who know this anime, it's called Mahoka Koko. I don't want to say the full name. I'm just going to say that because it's way too hard to pronounce. It's an anime that came out in 2014. I think it was popular during them, but it's been 6 years since we've had a season 2, and it's finally getting one. I remember watching a couple episodes. It was fun, but I had my gripes with it a little bit. But I'm gonna keep that in mind. And then the last one that I have, just to wrap this up real quick, is a anime called Noblesse, which, according to the description that I'm getting on my anime list, it is essentially a anime where a guy travels 820 years into the future after sleeping. He is a noblesse, which it means like he's the guardian of all nobles, and so he gets enrolled into this high school, and then yada yada yada. These nobles now are in danger, and now he's gonna do his job and try to protect all of them. So, out of all of them, this one seemed interesting. Maybe a little bit not generic, but I'll keep my eye out on it.
All right, cool.
And yeah, that's fall 2020 for you.
Yep, let's wrap up these quick news stories real quick. The last thing we got to talk about is No More Heroes 3 has been delayed due to COVID.
Yes. I'm personally a bit sad and bummed out about this. I like No More Heroes. I was super hype. I remember when we were talking about what the Game Awards, and one of the games that I mentioned that I was looking forward to a lot was No More Heroes 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sad that it's getting delayed, but it's fine.
Yeah, this whole the downside of this whole COVID thing is a bunch of the titles that we've been looking forward to are really gonna they might end up being taken a little longer because Nintendo has a lot of titles yet that they still have yet to show off. No More Heroes 3 has been one of them. They really haven't showed off that game at all. Mm-hmm. They haven't showed off Metroid Prime 4. They haven't showed off Bayonetta 3. They got a lot more stuff to show, and I feel like COVID might just be getting in the way a little bit of those things and the production of those things. But yeah, that's just unfortunate.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, but at least we know that it's gonna come one way or another.
Yep. All right. So yeah. That's about it for a quick news story. So now we're gonna get into our main topics. The first thing we got to talk about is, since last episode, Microsoft announced their prices for the new Xbox, the two new Xboxes that they came out, the Xbox Series S and the Xbox Series X. And yeah, these prices are looking pretty nice. So let's go ahead and go through it. We got the Xbox Series S coming in at $299, and the Xbox Series X coming in at $499. So apparently, what this is the Series S is going to be more sort of like a middle ground between this gen and next gen. So what it is basically it's up to 1440p gaming and 120 frames per second on some of these games. I think, and for $299, I think that's a great price.
$299 is great. In all honesty, that's the same price that you can get for a Switch.
1440p and 120 frames per second. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, that is really solid. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that what the PlayStation 4 can also... The PlayStation 4 Pro, aside from the 4K nonsense that they have going on, that's also like a resolution, right?
I think so. The thing, it's tricky. It really just depends on game to game. The thing about the PlayStation 4 Pro is that they do 4K, and you can't see me but I'm doing quotation marks with my fingers. But like they're doing like interlaced 4K and different things to kind of, you know what I'm saying, like get things to, I'm saying, look a certain way. But it's a lot of the games on there do not run on native 4K.
Yeah.
But I believe neither is the Series S. The Series S isn't doing 4K either, like native 4K either. It's only 1440p. So I guess you can say it is in that same ballpark.
Okay.
Give or take, depending on certain games, I guess. But yeah.
All right. So
this is pretty good over here for the Series S. The Series X, on the other hand,
that's what
this is doing native 4K gaming. I don't even know anything about the frame rates, but it's doing native 4K. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 60 to 120 as well, somewhere in that ballpark. But yeah, that's the tweet for Microsoft. I feel like these prices. Oh yeah, and the date is coming November 10th. November 10th. Yes.
Ooh, get your calendars, Microsoft.
That is on the day of recording this. That is less than 2 months now officially, because it's September 11th. So
yeah, next gen is.
We got less than 2 months.
Next gen is quickly approaching. The series, I actually really like Microsoft's pricing for both of these, because
they're taking a loss. You know that.
Yeah,
right?
they're taking a loss.
Financially, they're taking a loss.
But I think it's a very good move, personally, for like consumers, right? Because it's like. Also, wait. Just a quick question. Series S, does it have a disk drive?
Oh, Series S does not have a disk drive.
Okay,
and
so it's download only.
The hard drive is like 512 gigabytes, unfortunately.
That's
yeah, and but the Series X is coming with a terabyte, I believe, and it has a disk drive.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean, they had to do certain things to get the price down, such as cutting the storage virtually in half, less than half really, because 512 gigabyte hard drive is like 412 or 3 something. You know what I mean? 380 something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
After they format the shit, but yeah.
Still, however, I think that's still like a really good price point, because it's like now
it's reasonable.
Reasonable, definitely, because now you have two options, right? You have the Xbox Series S, which is the less expensive and arguably more convenient method, because I say arguably more convenient because, let's be honest, how many people have the televisions or the equipment necessary to run a lot of stuff at 4K that the Xbox Series X offers, right?
Very true.
So,
yeah. And to be honest, keep it a buck with you, most people don't have 4K TV, so you would think that most people would be going for the Series S, but people just want that X. I feel like people just want that new shit. They just want the most expensive, the new shit. They want it all.
That's true, but then it's like, you're going to get the X, but you're not going to have... Like, say, for example, if you don't have a 4K TV, let's just say you have a standard 1080p, or dare I say, like, 1440p flat-screen TV. You're going to get the Xbox X, and you're technically paying for features that you don't have access to. Because... And
this thing is a beast, too. The X is huge.
Yeah, it looks huge.
But do you know something that's really cool? The Xbox Series S, is actually 60% smaller than the Xbox Series X. Like, it's very, very tiny.
Yeah, and I think that literally, like, it solidifies the fact that it's more convenient option. Like, sure.
Yeah. Also, I got something also cool to add on to this. Aside from the pricing, there's one other thing that they announced, So this is what it is, right? When you get the new Xboxes that's coming out, right? They're offering a deal starting at $24.99 a month, right? You get Xbox Live, you get Xbox Game Pass, and you get EA Play.
All together.
Yep.
Is it for 1 month or a year?
$24.99 a month.
A month. Oh, so for $25 a month, you get all of those things included.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think Xbox Games Pass. All right, listen to this, right? As much as Xbox gets memed on for not having.
Oh,
games,
pardon me. Can I make a correction?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, no. So you're getting that original price. Basically, I think that was already their price for Game Pass, but I think you're getting EA Play at no additional cost. So I think that was already their pricing. Because I don't have an Xbox, I don't know how much they charge for Game Pass.
I have Game Pass on PC, but I only get charged $5 a month. But keep in mind, I have the PC version, not the regular console, which is vastly bigger than the PC one. But yeah, like I said, I think this is vastly not consumer friendly, but more convenient for the average gamer. It's $300. You can't go wrong with moving to next gen. Essentially, you still get like the benefits of the regular Xbox Series, just at a at a slightly lower resolution, slightly like half the storage space, but it's still not bad. I definitely think that that's a great price range. But the question that I have, right, where's Sony in all this? We are nearing November, which in theory is the month when all these new consoles get released. So Sony's being quiet. I promise
you by the next episode we'll have the answer.
Okay.
I promise you by the next episode we'll have the answer. Because how long are they gonna wait? Yeah, Microsoft. I mean, no. The thing about Microsoft is their shit leaks. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. This shit leaked, so people already knew the S was coming and they knew how much it cost. And so they was like, fuck it, we might as well put up the whole information.
Yeah, but even with the leak, we still have the information now. Sony, we still don't know how much the PS5 is going to cost, if it's going to have like a same thing with the Xbox where there'll be like a reduced version for a cheaper price.
I mean, they already did announce there's going to be a reduced version. They showed off the 2 PS5s.
Yeah, but
one without a disc drive, so I'm pretty sure that's... The disc drive is actually... Though? The disc drive is actually kind of expensive. Like, if anyone here actually has bought a disc drive online, them shits, maybe you could take off $100 for that. You know what I mean? Maybe. Come on. You bought a disc drive before, right?
Yeah, I bought it.
Does your PC have a disc drive?
How much
did you buy it for?
We were looking at $120.
Yeah, bro. Come on, bro. Yeah,
it's pricey. Calm. It's very pricey.
So my guess is. I'm gonna make a guess, right? Mm-hmm. So if this is it's $299 to $499 for the Xbox individually, right?
Yeah.
My guess is $400 to $500 for the PS5s, both of them.
Okay, so you think
so I'm somewhere in that ballpark.
So you think that like the discless one is just gonna be $400? All right, I think
maybe Sony might take a loss, and if they do that, I know they have done that before, but. Yeah, I think that's what it's at with it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you on that one because I feel like that's the pricing that they would take with this. But
yeah,
we just gotta wait.
If they said $300, I'm not gonna be mad though. I'm gonna be
I ain't gonna be mad.
If they do the same thing, with this, and they basically like lower the storage, and they do it for $300, I'm not mad at that.
Hell yeah, I'm not mad at that either. But
I don't know if they can get it down to the same price as Microsoft though, because I believe they're using a slightly different. Some of the parts are the same, but some of the parts are different for the different Xboxes because the Series X is running at native 4K in a lot of these games, and the other one's doing 1440p. So I believe it's different specs, but you know what I mean? Like they still. Microsoft know what they doing, bro. Yeah. Shout out to Microsoft. I think that's pretty much all we can say on this one.
The only thing they need is games, though.
Yeah, the only thing. Yeah, what the games at, man? What the games at?
All right.
We ain't
gonna have this discussion.
How bro? Sony showed off games. They showed off the games and they showed off the console. They just ain't show us shit else. Yep, you know what I mean?
Pretty much.
But
all right, let's move on.
Alrighty. So the next thing that went down was Ubisoft had another presentation. Ubisoft has been having a bunch of presentations recently over the last month or so. Yeah, so they had another Ubisoft Forward September 2020. They showed off a couple things. Let's go ahead and just go down the list. They showed off a Far Cry VR game. I think that's cool. I believe this is taking place. I think it has to do with the character from Far Cry 3. Am I? Yeah. Yeah. Remember the antagonist from Far Cry 3?
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. From what I'm looking at from the
this is
trailer,
cool.
yeah, I would think it's like Far Cry 3 in VR essentially. But yeah, it's cool that VR is now gonna get a Far Cry game. That's really all I can say about it. I don't have VR personally, so I can't really say I'm looking forward to it. It's just
let's hope it controls well.
Yeah,
and let's hope it doesn't give people motion sickness. But yeah, all right. The next thing they showed off was a new game mode for the Division 2. I gotta keep it a buck. I don't care.
Yeah,
I just gotta be honest. I don't care. Do you care about this?
Nope, not really.
All right, cool.
Moving on.
All right, the next thing they showed off, they actually showed off a new game called Immortals: Phoenix Rising. Now,
no, what do you have
I've
to
heard
say
I've heard some things about this game. I've heard some things about it, right? So it basically shows off. It's like a, it's kind of like a fighting game, I believe you can say. This is more of like a Devil May Cry-ish kind of beat 'em up type of vibe is what I'm getting from this. I don't know much about this. I haven't really seen much either. I guess this is, I don't even know what to call this, bro. Like I'm looking at a trailer. Looks like it has an open world. The gameplay looks like kind of like a Zelda, almost like a Breath of the Wild.
A little bit, yeah.
In terms of like locations and shit like that, but it looks cool. I want to see more. More.
It's cool that Ubisoft is like churning out some new new IPs and new games. Just let their studio run wild with like certain properties, and yeah, it looks interesting. I like the whole Greek mythology thing that they're going around, and then the combat, like you said, it has a little bit of resemblance to Devil May Cry and then Zelda. So we'll see. It comes out apparently on December 3rd. So we'll see what happens with that. And yeah,
Ubisoft, let me see you got a good game in the tuck. You better not ruin this for microtransactions, but yeah. All right. Cool. Next thing we got to show off is a new Prince of Persia game, a remake, the Sands of Time remake.
Yes.
This is a cool one. You ever played Sands of Time?
No, actually, I never played any of the Prince of Persia games.
Really? Okay.
So serious. I never played them before.
Okay, well I have played them, so let me actually
sounds
speak
like
on
you
this.
have.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yo, speak on
So
this
actually, so the Sands of Time had some really cool ass mechanics. I've been a fan of Prince of Persia games since I was a little kid. I remember playing. I think they had a Flash version of the original Prince of Persia game on fucking PC. I used to play that shit in browser all the time, and then I used to play I used to play Sands of Time on my God brother's PlayStation 2 when I was a kid. And then when I grew up a little bit, I got a 360. I played the Prince of Persia remake game, which was kind of alright. And yeah, honestly, I've just been a fan of Prince of Persia. Wasn't fucking with the movie, but it's cool to see a remake come through. This is something interesting.
Yeah. I just never got around to them. Like, it was the kind of game that I saw on the shelf, and I was like, yeah, I'm not personally interested in it. It wasn't until like many years later that I realized like so many people really liked Sands of Time in particular, and then saying like, oh, the games are actually like pretty decent, and I was like, oh, I never played them, but it's cool. Yep, Sands of Time remake coming out. Like with most remakes, a new generation gets to experience this. Hopefully they treat the remake right, because some remakes are literally just like carbon copy paste where they just increase the resolution and not do anything else.
Yeah, like a SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Battle for Bikini Bottom. That was more of a remaster.
Yeah, it was more of a remaster, but this is supposed to be a remake.
You get my drift.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll actually play it. Maybe I'll actually try it for the first time.
All right, cool. So we got some other small things that Ubisoft just so happened to announce. Let's just run through a couple of them real quick. You got a Hyperscape new mode. That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I still don't play Hyperscape, so...
The game doesn't look bad. It just doesn't look for me.
Yeah.
Another thing we got, a Sam Fisher is coming to Rainbow Six Siege. I thought that was cool. From Splinter Cell.
The next thing that we have is something that I'm personally a little bit interested in now. Is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is going to have their 10th year anniversary, and they're going to re-release it.
Actually, this one's very interesting because I used to play the demo for this game all the time on the Xbox, and I remember loving the art style. But unfortunately, recently it's been de-shelved from stores. You cannot buy it anywhere. You can't. It's very hard to get it on console, and I don't even know if you can get it on PC currently. But apparently, it's coming back. The game is coming back, so that's what's up. Hopefully, it comes with a little bit more content and some more shit. Because honestly, this game was dope as hell.
It really was when I played the demo like you did. Back on Xbox. It was really fun. I just never bought it because at the time I just didn't have money, and I couldn't use a credit card to get it on the store.
Nice. The other stuff they announced wasn't really too much other news. They showed off a bicycle game. It's called Riders Republic, and they showed off Aiden Pierce coming to the Watch Dogs Legion game, and
alongside
some other shit.
Alongside a British rapper called Stormzy.
Yeah, I was literally about to say. I was like, who's Stormzy?
I've never heard of this man. I'm sorry. Yo,
I think I might have heard of this guy. I might have heard of one song.
Listen. My knowledge of rap is already very limited, as AJ knows. So there is no way in hell I'm gonna know who Stormzy is. He probably is like a really good artist, but I just never heard any of his stuff. But it's cool.
All right. That's about it. That's about it from the Ubisoft event. Really, that's apparently he's gonna be in the game. I don't know. Yeah. All right.
Not gonna get.
That's pretty much been it for the main stories. Like I said, we had some slow news this week. Before we get into our next segment, though, let me get a swig of this water real quick.
All right.
You feel me? Stay hydrated. But anyway. All right, anyway, we're going to start getting into our Q&A segment. We got some questions coming in, guys. Make sure if you guys want to leave us a voice message, any type of Q&A question, you can do so on our site, which is at anchor.fm/theloadingpodcast. So, All right, let's get into this.
Yes.
Also, we also should probably preface this by saying, if anybody here asks for advice, just know we are not professionals. And you should, you know what I'm saying, you could do whatever the hell you want to do. You know what I mean? Because our word is not law. You feel me?
No.
I just got to throw it out there. You know what I mean? I don't want people coming back like, yo,
yeah.
They told us to do that. I'm like, nah, dog, you know what I mean?
Like, if you have any questions, like, we're not experts, but we can give you our best thoughts.
We are not therapists.
No,
we are not therapists.
I will say we will give you our best thoughts on the question that you have. Anyway. Precisely.
Moving on. We got the first question here coming in. We got the first question coming in from a user over here, my guy, Messiah. Shouts out to his Instagram at MessiahG. All right, let's go ahead and run this message.
Hey, what's up? It's Messiah. I want to give a big shout out to the Loading Podcast. I see you guys doing really great with the content. Very persistent and consistent. You guys are doing a really good job. I'm looking forward to see what you guys have to offer in the future for this channel. I wanted to ask, what type of plans do you have for the channel and content-wise? Do you guys plan on switching up the catalog and the category, or is it going to be a specific niche that you guys are going for? Will this channel be limited to just gaming, or will you guys go outside of the horizons? Another question I have is, what do you guys take on the new systems coming out, the PS5 and the PlayStation? What sales do you think will do better? Do you think Microsoft will do better than Sony, or Sony will do better than Microsoft? I just want to tell you guys to just keep grinding, keep continuing with the content. It's going to take off soon, and just...
All right, one, thank you for the question. The first thing you said was content going outside horizons. What is our plans for future content? Honestly, I really want to just keep cranking out these highlights. I'm loving, you know what I'm saying, the consistency we've been having on the video version. You guys can go check that one out on our channel, which is at Aaron Ryder. And yeah, I think I would love to expand our horizons, go out to do more stuff. I would love to, like, I've been talking to you like off camera, like, about getting some like other music in here and like having like musical breakdowns and just the section where we just dedicate a song to something. The thing about that though is like the copyright system, and also me and you, we don't listen to the same kind of music a lot.
Yeah.
Our music differences kind of have a lap in them.
Yeah. When it comes to like we agree and we play a lot of the same things, but music is the one where we differentiate like the most out of all of it. Like me personally, I'm not really big into rap and hip hop for that matter. I'm more of a person that likes like pop songs, rock, melodies, classical music. I guess you could say foreign music too, because I like my Spanish. I like my Japanese shit, my Korean shit, to say the least.
But no, the thing is, like, I like all that shit. I like all that shit too. You know what I mean? I love listening to like folk music. I love UK rock. I love early 2000s rock. I love R&B. I love pop music.
I guess you could say
I like all that shit. I would listen to fucking Mongolian
Oh
singing
God,
and shit.
please no.
no, I'm fucking with you. That was a joke. But yeah, I love all that shit, and I love rap as well. So
I guess you could
I
say.
think those are just all.
I was gonna say like
all
for
those
me,
genres.
as long as something sounds good, I'll listen to it. That's really like my main thing.
True that.
with
No,
music.
that's yeah. I'm not. Let's not group that in, because I know you like some of the hip hop.
Oh, yeah.
I play to you sometimes.
I mean, what's this guy's name? Lil Spirit.
Messiah.
Oh, Messiah.
Lil Spirit.
Fucking.
Lil Spirit. Facts. Yo, shouts out to Messiah. Messiah been going hard with the music as well. He just put out an EP not too long ago. Me and him actually, we just filmed something last week. We're gonna start working on a video soon.
Hell yeah, yo, that's great, yo. Once again, shout out. I can't even speak. Fuck. Shouts out to Messiah, yo. You're the real one. Good luck on your prospers and your EPs and your music, all that shit sounds great.
Yeah. He also asked us on our take on new consoles. He said which one will do better.
Yes.
That's a tough one right now because we don't really know the prices, and his thing. Microsoft showed off the prices, but they ain't show no games. Sony showed the games, they ain't show no prices.
Yeah, it's like both of them have like their thing they haven't showed yet. In my opinion, on who will do better, I kind of want to still say PlayStation, only because of the games that they have announced already. At the end of the day, a console cannot sell unless they have games for you to play it on, like exclusives that you want to play on it. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like the reason,
but in the same hand, I'm not gonna count Microsoft out, because if you remember that E3, I don't think it was last E3. I think it was E3 2018. They announced they bought a bunch of different companies, like an absurd amount of companies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just hope those companies turn out to make quality games for the Microsoft store.
Like,
you know what I mean?
I'll say this much. Going back 7 years ago now, holy shit, it's been 7 years since Xbox One and PS4 were released.
Yes, sir.
Microsoft now is, I think, in a way better position than the Microsoft that was launching Xbox One back in 2013. Like, what plagued it?
I agree.
The DRM,
I mean, one, their PR was shit back then.
It was. Yo, bro,
it was awful.
Mandatory online 24-hour DRM.
Bro, let's not even talk about it. They know. If you know, you know, bro. Some of these kids don't know nothing about that. But
no, they don't. But we remember. Because remember, Pepperidge Farm always remembers.
But yeah, as for right now, pretty much is up in the air.
Yeah.
So
quickly, just to say my opinion on the first question that you asked for what like content, what horizons. I personally kind of want to like this is just me personally. I was gonna talk about this with Arthur like some other time. I want to do like some more anime related stuff. Maybe go back to making some anime related content on the channel. For those of you who are still here, you might remember that I used to make some anime reviews. Excuse me. I did one on Mob Psycho, and it was really fun. And I was thinking of maybe going back to that a little bit, because I'm trying to get back into watching anime a lot more. I really feel passionate about the medium as a whole. And I was thinking of maybe like, you know, doing something on the side related to the podcast, but also like, you know, putting it separately on the channel for those of you who listen to this that also like anime.
Facts. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing about that. Remember the fucking taxi shit we used to do way back?
Oh God, yeah.
But yeah, I feel for right now, as far as Horizons, I feel like where we're at is a good pocket. I just feel like we need to start doing a little bit more. We should do more anime stuff. I want to do more movie stuff.
Yes.
I would love to do. I love the gaming shit too, but I would love to just get into, you know what I'm saying, just expand horizons as time goes by.
Yeah.
We don't usually get political on here. We rarely talk about politics. We just like to keep it in the whole entertainment spirit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
But yeah, and music is also entertainment. I would love to like start getting some independent artists that we rock with on here and just have them, you know what I mean, like put on a song or something and just have it like that. But that would be dope. That's something for the future that we got to look forward to.
Yeah, hell, I was thinking of doing something related to esports if it actually gets enough traction. But that's just me personally. Like there's a bunch of the stuff that we can look forward to in the future. But yeah. Yo, thank you for the question.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
Fact, yo, you said that.
Yo, it's that connection. You feel me?
All right. Well, all right. Let's go ahead and get over to the second Q&A question we got coming over from user by the name of Nero Knight. His Instagram is at Nero Knows All. And let's go ahead and play this question.
Who is your favorite film director / music video director?
All right, thank you for the question. Favorite film director / music video director.
I really like this question only because it's something that you don't really get asked too much, especially like when it comes to all right, let me try to organize it. I don't really get to answer this question too much because movies and music videos is not something that I'm normally asked.
Bird. Well, I can nerd out on this question because I love a bunch of these guys who do this shit. Like if we're talking about film, I love Tarantino. Tarantino is amazing. Tarantino's dope. Some other stuff. I love the shit. Who did Get Out? I forget the name.
Get Out? Wasn't that
Jordan Peele?
Yeah,
Jordan Peele, I
from
believe.
the
Jordan
Peele brothers.
He did some other shit too. I feel like he's a dope ass director. Who else? I felt like there was a solid two, just Tarantino in that one.
Me personally, for my, I had Tarantino on the list, right? But if there's probably my favorite director, I gotta give it to Martin Scorsese.
Ooh,
Martin Scorsese's films just hit me. I'm just a huge sucker for crime / like gangster movies. Like, oh my god, when done right, and Irishman, freaking Goodfellas, The Casino, all those movies, so good. I think he also directed The Taxi, or The Taxi Man, whatever it was, with Robert De Niro back in like the 70s, I think. Oh, such a good movie. Such good movies in general. Like he really is the man when it comes to like crime drama films that relate to like Italian gangsters and stuff like that. Yeah, Taxi Driver.
Facts.
That's the name. Taxi Driver. Not Taxi Man. Taxi Driver.
Shit, who was the one who did that movie with Denzel Washington in the train?
Wait, what'd you say? You cut off there real quick.
I said, who's the one who did that movie with Denzel Washington in the train? I'm forgetting that shit so hard.
Oh, wait. I forgot. I don't know.
I'm going to look for that one, but real quick, I'm going to talk about my favorite music video directors. My favorite music video directors, I got a couple, honestly. I love Cole Bennett. Cole Bennett's a really dope one. I mean, that's a fucking goat. If anyone knows anything about fucking music videos and like directing music videos, come on, Cole Bennett, get that man his flowers. And another one, some other ones that I feel are kind of underappreciated is Lone Wolf. I feel like Lone Wolf's a really dope ass editor. I love his art style. I love how he incorporates his what he does is he incorporates kind of like a homemade aesthetic art, like to his videos. It's like it's done. The camera quality isn't the best, but it's done that way specifically. And then he incorporates like stop motion animation, and he does different kinds of things with paper, and he does different things with like different types of animation in general. And I just feel like the way he combines them together is really, really creative and cool and unique. So I really like Lone Wolf. That's a dope ass director as well. Another one is Brother's another one that's kind of very, very, very unique. I love their style. They got some dope shit going on. They done shit for Travis Scott. They done shit for The Weeknd. Joji too. They just go off, bro. They fucking spaz out every edit. So
nice.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone I put on that list.
Hell yeah. I can't really say too much for music directors. Like I mentioned earlier, when it comes to music, I'm just more of a person that like as long as it sounds good, then I'll listen to it. I don't really I guess appreciate. Like I really don't not appreciate. I just don't really like know the people that go into making that music and the music videos, which I really should, because they're great people and they work hard to produce all that stuff. But if there's one, going back to the director real quick, if there's one director that I really like, and he's responsible for a lot of good anime movies, and his name is Satoshi Kon. He was the director for movies such as like Perfect Blue, Paprika, Paranoia Agent. One of my favorites, Tokyo Godfathers. That's a great film in general. I think that more people should.
Oh yeah, like if we're talking about like if we're getting into like shit like that, bro, we could keep going on, bro. We're talking like animation, fucking like anime movie directors, cartoon directors.
Yeah, I mean they
consider,
aren't they part of that aren't they part of that spectrum?
Yeah, I guess you're right. What else? Who's the dude that directs those Ghibli movies?
I don't know actually. Let me look it up. Director for Spirited Away.
Also, if we're talking animation, we got to talk about some of the people who've done some of these classic.
Wait, Hayao Miyazaki, movies. Right?
Yeah. Hayao
Miyazaki. We cannot talk about that unless we bring him up into this. Fun fact.
Honestly, we can go on and on, but if we're just keeping it just to like a classic film,
yeah, then I would definitely say like
point and shoot and music video directing. Yeah, those are definitely some of my favorites. But yeah, thank you for the question.
Yeah, thank you for the question, Aero Knight.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else you want to cover and go over before we wrap it up? Because I feel like we're good right now.
There is one thing, but it's kind of small, but it's something that I had in my notes, and that is that the Black Ops Cold War multiplayer reveal finally happened. So we got a nice little look at some of the multiplayer gameplay. We got a look at how creative class is going to work, some of the new game modes like VIP Escort. They have this thing called, what was it? Fire Team. I don't remember what it is. It's essentially a 12v12 epic battle kind of multiplayer game mode, which looks fun. Some of the maps they showed off looked fit for that kind of game mode. Like one of the maps is literally you fighting on like 4 battleships, and each battleship is literally like a domination control point that you all have to work together in order to capture. There's vehicles, ski whatever they call ski machines, I don't remember, tanks, boats, the works. And the biggest thing that I got from this is that it's giving me a Black Ops 1-esque vibe, which fits because this is supposed to be the direct sequel to Black Ops 1.
Wow. Well, I really want to know, like, are we gonna see a Nuketown for the 5th time?
It wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't if they did it again. Because, you know, when it's like, when you think of Black Ops, you think of Nuketown.
It's a staple. It's a staple. Well, I haven't played Black Ops 4 all that much, but was there a Nuketown in Black Ops 4? Yeah. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. There was a Black Ops. If there was a Black Ops game, it had Nuketown in it. Hell, they have zombies. Yeah. But yeah, that's the only other thing. We don't have too much information aside from that. Maybe we'll go into more to depth when the open beta comes out for all of us.
Oh, I can't wait for that open beta.
Yeah, but like I said, we can't touch.
One thing also I would like to see them do is integrate some maps from some of the older Black Ops titles. Like I know Black Ops 1 and 2 and 3 had a lot of really cool maps. Mm-hmm. I don't know how would it work from Black Ops 3 because Black Ops 3 was a very a vertical game, if you catch my drift. But I would love to see them incorporate some of the ones from Black Ops 1 and 2, like Hijacked, fucking Nuketown, the one with the ice map. I forget the name. You know what I mean?
Summit.
The icy. Summit. You know what I mean? Just some of the classic ones, because I see they've been bringing maps back in the in Modern Warfare. So I'm like, yo, bring these shits back, bro.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hell yeah, I would love to play on fucking Hijacked in Summit, bro.
With using the commando from Black Ops 1, that'd be fun. Which, speaking of which, they brought it back, and it looks just as good as ever.
Yeah, and I want to see how the zombies is gonna work out too.
Yeah, but that seems to be pretty much it for the news that we had to cover, right?
Yes, sir. So all right, so yeah, let's go ahead and do the wrap up now. Yep. So guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the Loading Podcast, episode 39, make sure you go ahead and give us a 5-star rating on iTunes. It helps us grow in the algorithm, and we appreciate it. Make sure if you guys have any questions or messages for us, you go ahead and leave them on our site, which is at anchor.fm/theloadingpodcast. And if you're listening to the sound of my voice, I want to make you aware that you can listen to this on any other platform, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, and much more. Yeah, you can also watch the video version to this every Monday on my YouTube channel, which is at Aaron Ryder, and that is the same as all my socials, ARANRYDER. And you can find my guy over here at...
You could find me at Flying Rye, both on YouTube and Twitch, where we're still going to be streaming Dark Souls 1. Who knows? Maybe when you're listening to this, I'll be streaming right now. So head over to the channel. It's always a good time. The community that I have over there right now is really nice, even though it's just my friends at the moment and some random viewers here and there. Everywhere else, though, you can find me at Arthur ASP, most of my socials. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Well, this has been the Loading Podcast, episode 39. And as always, my name is AJ.
My name is Arthur.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace, people.